true crime is kind of a big dealio, yo. So, in passing conversation, because I am a bit of a history buff, I fell upon an interesting conversation regarding classic 50s television and the Kennedy assassination and conspiracy theories. Also, Steve Allen and one of my favorite shows ever, Meeting of Minds, because it's linked through a game show called What's My Line, in which people would go on and they would have a panel of contestants just guess what job they have based on the clues that they give, and sometimes even a mystery guest who disguises their voice while everyone else is wearing a mask, which could be used as a really great illustration for what I'm gonna say. Please note, everything here is alleged. And the word allegedly might be used quite often. Okay, so on this show was a panel of guests, publishers and movie stars, radio show personalities, and many more, including one person who not only was a radio show personality, a theater critic, and a journalist who had been kind of important and kind of a dealio during the trials of the fugitive, the real dude, you know, not the television show where guy goes out on adventures after escaping from jail after being erroneously accused of killing his wife, but the actual dude it was based on. And the judge in that case told the journalist, Dorothy Killgallen, allegedly, that the dude was guilty as sin. Which is not something a judge should say when a trial is in session. The journalist / radio show host / theater critic / game show panelist was none other than Dorothy Killgallen. She's very important here. Now, years later, not so many years, after the Kennedy assassination, she actually interviewed the suspect / person that we all officially call the assassin, Lee Harvey Oswald, and really thought, yeah, there's more to this. This guy, I mean, he's kind of a massive jerk. He's a wife abuser. He's all these many, many things, but I don't actually think he killed JFK. I think there really, really was a conspiracy. And she was talking about it here and there, which isn't really all that smart. Not in this day. Now, people involved with the show that she was on, like the host, Mr. John Daly, were married into the Warren family, as in Senator Warren of the Warren Commission. No allegedly there. So, and she had one of those personalities where, yeah, that Senator Warren, you know, the one doing that Warren administration stuff, discussing and trying to find if there were any weirderies around the assassination, whether or not, maybe something else is going on and it's not just a lone shooter. And her daughter was marrying the son of another Democratic senator. Also, she was definitely an unpopular person among her peers, allegedly, because she possessed one of those very difficult to get along with type personalities. She drank a lot. She was a bit of a cheaty McCheaters, and even with her extremely strong faith. And even being married and having 3 children with her husband, whom she worked along with doing the theater work. And apparently, you know, throwing massively huge parties with, etc., etc. And apparently, allegedly, she was allegedly the beard or the cover for a young actor who was trying to allegedly cover his homosexuality. So, you know, it being the late 1960s, there were a lot of alleged issues going on. Can I say alleged any more than this? Because it's beginning to sound like it's not even a word anymore. So one night, she goes out to the after party after the show, as usual, and apparently she's hanging with the dude that she's allegedly bearding with and her coworkers, and just, you know, kind of politely not getting along because, you know, people can do that. You know, I don't like you, but I'm going to, you know, try, allegedly. And afterwards, she goes on home, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, and gets herself ready for bed. Everything seems copacetic, apparently. Allegedly. I just love the word copacetic. Just side note, copacetic, best word ever. Okay, back to the story. And while the night passes, her hairdresser comes in early in the morning because she has a private hairdresser that comes to her house because, hello, she's on television. And she's found dead in her bed. Now, allegedly, the cops say that she'd taken sleeping pills with alcohol, which she may have done, but there are some very bizarre inconsistencies, allegedly. For example, she, like me, cannot read or see a hand in front of her face without contacts or glasses. She was perpetually wearing those huge, stylish cat's eye eyeglasses because, you know, soft contacts were not a thing in the 1960s. Apparently. So, why would her glasses be upstairs in the master bedroom and she's on the bottom floor, probably, you know, because she and her husband are kind of amicably separated from each other inside the house, you know. They're married, but allegedly just, you know, doing their own separate thing. And, okay, so you can't see anything. Your glasses are upstairs in the master bedroom. Your nightgown is rucked up, allegedly, all the way up. You have pills and booze in your system, which, to be fair, was apparently allegedly normal for her. But you also have a book on your stomach, upside down, which you wouldn't be able to read because you don't have your glasses and you can't see a hand in front of your face without them. So here is my mystery. It's apparently been down to, oh, whoopsie-daisy. Oof, that was unfortunate. But not a homicide, not a suicide, just and so on and so forth. Now, I found out about Dorothy in a very strange way. I was flipping through YouTube one day. There was a video of Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen playing on What's My Line and winning money for a leper colony, aka Hansen's disease, in Hawaii and many more. And, you know, disguising his voice to be the mystery guest, because at the time he had a very popular television show that spanned from the 1950s to the 70s when he died of natural causes, and just doing a fantastic job. And Dorothy showed up, and she really stood out because everyone else was shaking his hand afterwards, from all the way down to Steve Allen. And then Dorothy, you know, as a Roman Catholic, bows and kisses his ring. And people are talking about, I'm like, who is this lady? She seems fascinating. And so I did a little bit of reading and went, holy crap. And now I have to discuss this because I don't see a lot of it. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, she was on booze, she was on pills, she was being a bit of a cheaty McCheat face. She had apparently, allegedly, was protecting a gay man in Hollywood during the Lavender marriage days. And, you know, even Frank Sinatra, who was allegedly connected to the alleged mob, had said something along the lines after falling out with her. If you see Dorothy, if you're out tonight driving, if you're out tonight and you see Dorothy, if you run into her, make sure you're in a car. Oof. Savage, but also, dude. So, there's my true crime weirdery. I've heard about this a few times and it was like, whoa, hey. So, what are your theories? I'm going to post links in the comments, and I'm also going to post to two of my favorite shows, Meeting of Minds with Steve Allen, who I mentioned in passing here, and also to the show with Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen, whom I still adore and have actually read his books and also checked out a lot of his radio programs with my grandma because she introduced him to me and she thought he was cute. Because my grandma apparently had a thing for men in Roman collars. So anyway, have fun and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Allegedly. Love you.